So let's meet our first two speakers and let's get into the topic of tonight. You've met Ghaith already, and I'll just give you a quick bit of background for him. Ghaith is moving to Berlin in a matter of weeks, so that's very exciting. If you're in Germany, look him up and see if you can grab a bite of lunch with him soon. AI bachelor's degree, University of Aleppo, and founder of AI Hut, which we love. He's the mentor of AI for medicine specialization. He's deeplearning.ai, and of course, a data scientist. And he has 10 years of experience in health informatics, and 13 years of software development, and an all-round wonderful human being as well. And we're very pleased to always welcome Ghaith here. And then Giovanna Reggina Galleno Malaga, who we can never fit into the graphics. A name longer than mine, so that in itself is brilliant. Soft skills trainer. She's dived into the data science universe, she says. Graduated international business administration and science and technology at San Ignacio de la University in Lima, Peru. She's part of the team of facilitators, trained more than 100,000 Peruvian women entrepreneurs in the program Women in Business, sponsored by the Inter-American Development Bank and the Australian government. Wow. On the other hand, she's been part of the Google European Developer Relations. She worked as a community manager and a builder of Google developer groups of Italy and Malta. Currently co-organizing the machine learning Milan community, host of the Softskills show on YouTube, and of course, switching her career into data science. We are in good company indeed. So I'm going to spotlight on the two of you. We've got about 25 minutes on the clock. We always start on time. We always finish on time. Welcome to you both, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you, Richard. Yes, Gio, I think Gio, by the way, Gio, she is my friend, but it's the first time I'm listening to her biography, and it's amazing. I think it's better to be friends for me.
You're also one of my favorite AI experts. It's a dream come true to do this with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gio. Yes, so I will start just saying we are trying to show today how soft skills can make machine learning process and production process more human, let's say. And in fact, it's not secret that anything we are doing in this field and other fields, we are targeting the human being at the end. We are our clients, our customers, the users, they are human. But how the soft skills help us to make the machine learning more human? So this is what we are trying to see. So what is the soft skills in general? Gio, I think this question is better for you.
Thanks, Guy. Okay, soft skills are attributes, personal attributes and habits that allow us to adapt easily in different environments, working environments and industries. And also they are called social skills, human skills, and some experts suggest that it's better to change the soft because it doesn't reflect the importance of soft skills in our personal and professional growth. So meanwhile, I prefer to call soft skills superpowers. And talking about growth, guys, you have something to share about growth.
Yes. Let's we are trying to create right now framework for machine learning process. So any industry, any field, we can expect two dimensions of growth, vertical growth and horizontal growth. Let's explain the vertical growth in general. And let's take the NLP, the natural language processing, as a target. The first steps to work with the NLP, it was using the traditional neural networks. And this traditional neural network, we find that the NLP needs a memory. It needs a sequential process. That means the words, it's coming as sequence. So this is why we need kind of recurrent process. And this is how the RNN is appeared. The RNN, it's also developed and enhanced to become as with a long short-term memory and GRU to have some memory and to, let's say, reflect how two words which is not next to each other can reflect our decision. And this was especially important for question answer. And then in the couple of years, we moved to the transformers, which is enhancing the performance and also the training and processing time. That's why transformers right now, it's our revolution in NLP. All of this, it's considered we are enhancing the model itself that performing the task. And all of this, it's great, but we are enhancing one piece of the puzzle. We are enhancing one gear, let's say, if we consider that the gear is, if you consider that we are working on machine or engine somehow. But this is the vertical growth. Each time we are enhancing this gear, we are getting better results, but it's not used to make this model usable in production life and in high scale. The fact that we don't have one gear, we have this case. We have multiple gears working together, starting from data processing until the deployment, and then how to ensure retraining, check the errors, check the mistake, fixing all the errors, continuous deployment. It's all mechanisms working together with complete synergy and synchronizing process to have the model working on real time. Now, this is the horizontal growth that we are talking about. So the vertical growth, it is for the model only. The horizontal growth, it's all the processes behind the model that let the model perform in a better way, and also track and let's say archive all the results. There is third dimension of this growth. It's very important, which is the human dimension. Our team who performing the modeling and all of these processes, they are human. Our customers, they are human. And at the end, we are trying to solve problems to help humanity, even for customer, for business, but at the end, we are helping humanity. This is the third dimension. And that's why we are looking to apply the human-centric design concepts into machine learning industry. Now, what is the human-centric design targets? It's targeting for the following. First, increase the productivity of the team. Second, it's reducing the stress for the team, because as we said, when all of these mechanisms working together and all the team are responsible for that, we are expecting high temperature, we are expecting a heat, and this heat has to be reduced, and we have to reduce the stress. Third, we are expecting that we have to support the operations, because part of the human-centric design, if we want to apply it in the machine learning, to be ready to, if any problem appeared in our model, to remove it and let's say replace it with another, maybe traditional or software process, and keep the operation running, because we don't want to stop the operation and because the model is not working well. So support the operation is part of the human-centric design targets. Fourth, we have for sure any system that using machine learning has to be user-friendly. Also has to enhance, as the fifth point, has to enhance the user experience and expecting more from the user according to when they use this system or this model. And at the end, as final target, we are expecting to provide competitive advantage for the company or the organization that performing this model or product, just like having better brand name, and at the end, for sure, contributing toward sustainability, because this is the final target for our project. So this is the targets of the human-centric design. Now, if we want to achieve these targets in machine learning, what we have to do, Jill?
Okay, in this third dimension, we have the soft skills that are like the oil in the machine. So soft skills are the human interface that help us to interact and have better relationship with other people, and this improve our level of to achieve our goals. So as a machine, for example, here we have an engine that is performing smoothly thanks to the oil, but unfortunately we realize of the importance of the oil when the oil runs out and the machine start having some damages because of the friction that Ghaith mentioned. And the same thing happened with relationship between our colleagues or with our stakeholders. That's why soft skills reduce frictions and help the parts to perform better. with Ghaith, we were talking about the set of soft skills that can add value to a machine learning production team. And this is the set that we consider that are the most important. But of course, every skill that you can see now, they need other soft skills to improve the result when they are used. And now we are going to see how these soft skills, what is the impact of these soft skills in a machine learning team.
When we're considering a project team for machine learning project, we have a set of rules that almost it's there. For sure, not all the companies, not all the standards that following these rules, but let's say we are using the most common one. And when we are talking about any project, we are expecting to have project manager. The project manager, he is the person who responsible to assign the high level risk, which is related to the client and the organization performing the model itself, and then assign the team and define what is the human resources needed according to some analysis behind that, assign the project risk, what risk and how much this risk is critical or it's only maybe delaying, what's acceptable or not, and how to manage this risk. Also part of the task for the project manager, it's preparing, creating the time plan, how much time needed and how much resources needed for this project. And at the end, what is the communication plan with the client, with the stakeholders? And the most important, come all of this in one project chart. So this is the technical skills expected, and other technical skills also are expected by the project manager. But to perform that, what is the soft skills needed for the project manager? This is what Gio is going to tell us.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the project manager is the leader of the team, the leader of the project. And probably the main soft skills is the ability to influence. And this is so important because influence is based on trust. Negotiation. You have to negotiate not only with the members of the team, but also with the stakeholders. Decision-making, as Guy said, is so important when they have to identify risk and other things that are very important to perform and to achieve the goal, perform the project and achieve the goal. Dealing with conflicts, but here is something very important because the leader needs to have the ability to see future conflicts and try to prevent them. If at the end, because we have talked about friction, because frictions in human beings is normal, because we are different. That's why diversity is so beautiful. And but I think the most important part of conflicts is prevent conflict. Empathy is the way that leaders demonstrate that care about the team. Problem solving, because during the project, we are going to have unexpected situations and the creativity is fundamental. And time management, because project manager has to fix some dates, some timings, but at the same time, they have to be in contact with the stakeholders and with the member of the team. So this is like the supervisor to be sure that the team is going to get the results in the timing, in the perfect timing.
Okay, now for the business analyst, in fact, he's a broker. He's a broker between the client and the team. And that's meaning he has to understand the language of both. Now, this is very critical rule, and he is the interface of the team with any stakeholders or client or any user toward, or even any, let's say, assessment committee toward the team. So the main target of the business analyst is to get all the requirements, the problem description from the client or from the stakeholders and the operation team in the client, and then move it again to in the understandable way to the machine learning team. So he needs for sure a wide range of knowledge related to the machine learning process, the production process, and also related to the business itself. But beside this knowledge, what else needed for the business analyst?
The first thing is business acumen. As you said, Guy, the knowledge about the company, about the business, about the stakeholders, and about the data is very important. Active listening, because being the broker between the team and the stakeholders, asking questions to understand if the problem is real, is a problem that they want to solve, or maybe it's necessary to change during the process. Storytelling is going to present reports and insights about the different stages of the project. Curiosity to get new findings and new ways of doing things. Mentoring and coaching is very important because business analyst has the knowledge of the business and all the things that we have mentioned. And the goal here is to transmit this knowledge to the members of the team. In that way, they are going to perform better their work.
Okay, and we are the data engineer. We are another kind of interface, but this person is technical interface. I want to highlight one point about the storytelling. Storytelling, it's important as a soft skill until we find it somehow it's hard skill. Storytelling, it's not only soft skill that we have to get clear about. In data science field and machine learning, I think it's skill that it's a must. It's not optional. Now for the data engineer, again, we are another type of interface of the team, but this kind from data point of view, his technical interface, he has to understand the data source and the data generating method. This will help him to perform better in data preparation processes in general, starting from the data cleansing until we are splitting for training and test, or with the feature engineering, feature reduction, all of this things. It has to come with minimum, or let's say with important part of communication with the operational team to understand how this data is generated. And if we are dealing with multiple data sources, okay, what is this data sources and how we can get the best from each data source. Now, this is in general what is the technical task of the data engineer, but what soft skills help him to perform that? For sure, geo interest.
As you have said, it's another broker inside the team, and it's going to communicate always with the source of data, and then it's going to receive the needs of the team about data. So active listening is very important to provide data quality. And then critical thinking is because, as we know, data is not perfect. So it's the way of questioning what kind of data is acquiring from the source, and then trying to, in the process of feature engineering or cleaning data, is going to try to get the best way of deliver data quality.
Now, if we consider the other side of the pipeline, of the machine learning pipeline, we can find the MLOps. The MLOps, they are the people who's planning what's the host. He has to be expert with the host environment and how to ensure that continuous integration and continuous deployment. Besides that, they have also to come with a clear plan for tracking, for monitoring, and for receiving the change, sometimes change requests, and from the client, and other side also data change also has to be managed by them. Now the MLOps, they are very critical, but as we said, they are on the other side of the pipeline. We have another peripheral rule, and it's communication skills. It's very critical for them. Besides the communication skills, I think they need some other soft skills.
We have here two critical soft skills. The first one, fault tolerance, because during the process, the production, they are going to have some problems, and the envelopes, they have to face it immediately because they have the flow of the production needs to continue. And for that, he's going, or she is going to need a lot of creativity. So problem solving is vital here as well.
Now, if we consider the core of the team, everybody wants to be the ML engineer or the data scientist in the team, but That means they are not important, more important than the others. Now, the ML engineer in general, we know that they are getting the data, they are ready with the modeling process, they are ready to compare the model, which model is performing better, and which model and which learning method is suitable for this scenario. This is the main task expected from the ML engineers. Besides that, they have to present and convince that stakeholders, other team members, and other teams they are working with them, with their strategy. So again, communication is very critical. But what else?
Then, as Ghaith has tell us, is data science is the core member of the team. And we have already mentioned the soft skills, but we have here active listening, curiosity, and problem solving, because to build a model and to solve the problem of the business needs a lot of curiosity to learn different new techniques and tools, and problem solving to get the best way of solving the problem. Maybe in some cases, with new findings, they can give the deliver of the result is greater than expected. And then the time management, because everything is about timing and is very related with the project manager that is always supervising to get the deliveries in the perfect time. So we have talked about soft skills, but as Ghaith was mentioning during all the roles, interpersonal communication is vital for every role. And then collaboration, these are like the basis of soft skills in every team to achieve synergy. And what means that the team works in perfect harmony to achieve the desired results. So this is the goal of a machine learning production team. And then, Ghaith?
Here we just want to highlight one thing, which is the importance of the balance between the technical skills or hard skills and soft skills. For any individual or any team, we think we have to always keep eye on our skills in both sides, because since the hard skills, it's the skills that technically help us to achieve our target. The soft skills are the skills that help us to show what we achieve already. So this balance, all the team members, we have to, as team members and as a teams, as a one unit, we have to consider the balance of developing the soft skills and hard skills in a perfect way, because this will help us to grow.
Mm-hmm. I would like to add on the top of the things that Ghaith mentioned, that soft skills, this iteration between soft skills and hard skills are very important, not only when we are already working in a machine learning team, but also to before working in a team. Because if we are doing the transition to get a position into a machine learning production team, for example, we need to be able to have important soft skills such as personal branding, networking, public speaking, self-promotion, to get that opportunity and to be in contact with people that can help us to achieve our goal of become a data scientist or data engineer or the position that we want. And so that is so important that we need to develop our soft skills, not only to connect them with the hard skills, but also, and I think the most important part is this human touch, because soft skills inside of this amazing world of the machine learning are the human touch that we need to have always into consideration, because we are not machines. So we use the mechanisms of machine learning to help to solve problems, to live better, to save lives, and all the amazing things that can help machine learning. But the soft skills are the skills that make us more human. And to have the opportunity to grow professionally and if you are part already of a team and you want to grow inside of this team, you can use your soft skills to become, for example, the lead of a data science team. So soft skills are vital, and before hard skills, I think soft skills help us to open the door to this amazing world of data science. And then hard skills help us to prove that we are really good professionals and we know what we do inside this world. So that's why it's so important to this iteration between soft skills and hard skills, because without hard skills, we are not going to achieve our goal to get our dream job or dream position. And without hard skills, we are not going to be able to perform a good job.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you so much, Ghaith and Giovanna. I think it's such a detailed talk to look at the human-centric side of, the main important point, Ghaith, which you mentioned is we do it every day, but we don't know how essential part this is of our life. We look at the technical aspects of our job, but we do not look at how important the soft skills are and how it falls in the whole development life cycle whenever we are doing some work into machine learning or any other industry, basically. And thanks for highlighting each detailed persona, the responsibilities and the roles that they look at, and what kind of soft skills will be needed for them, basically to drive negotiation, to make decision making, and in order to identify risks, problem solving, create critical thinking, collaboration. I think in every aspect we see how important it is to have and develop these skills along with the hard skills and have the human touch to it. I think that word, Giovanna, I really liked it, that this is the human touch. And we should not ignore it, because this is the whole cycle, the hard skill plus the soft skill. It is what makes us different and which makes us alive, I think.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.